I'm normally very frugal with my money, but my exceptions are Lego sets and a Michael Chamberlain painting. And white brick peel and stick wallpaper. Hey guys, my name is Leanna, and today I'm going to be unboxing the first painting I have ever purchased. A Michael Chamberlain painting. Michael's a painter from the San Francisco Bay Area, and he does a lot of plein air painting, which just means outdoor in French, and then he does a lot of in-studio stuff too. So he'll do beach scenes, street scenes, and then also still life stuff as well. I had been watching his videos for like 2 years now, and at first buying one of his paintings was kind of a pipe dream, and then I seriously considered an 8x8, and then eventually my parents were like, just go for it, and then I went with a 12x12, after considering it for like at least a year. My dad's an artist too, and he was all for me making the purchase. All of his stuff is so good, but I ended up really wanting a street scene, and I realized I wanted a daytime one because there tends to be a little bit more color and it's less dark oriented. At his most recent show at the Studio Gallery in San Francisco, he had like 10 12x12s, and by the time I inquired, there were only 2 or 3 left. But he ended up having a daytime street scene that I really liked enough to make the purchase, so it worked out very well. Okay, let's get to it. I got this yesterday and I had to wait until today because I wasn't gonna film until today. And it was just sitting on my floor and I was so tempted to open it, but I was waiting for you guys. The addition of the cell phone made that a little harder. And that postcard just had the Studio Gallery info and the name of the painting on it.
Another one.
They made sure to package this safely.
We all know you got a bad for each other. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Well, tell me who's that boy over there.
Afternoon on Pacific.
Making eyes, making me stare. Oh, well, I don't know your name.
I took a photo so you guys could see a little more clearly. I'm really hoping that on top footage I did with my phone wasn't shaking too much. This piece is called Afternoon on Pacific, and Jennifer, who owns the Studio Gallery where it was shown at, told me that this is on Pacific, just down the street from the Studio Gallery. And Michael makes his own frames, but I didn't realize the frame would be this glossy. Like, it's such a nice quality. I think the reference photo is from like the early 2000s, and years ago he did his first painting of it, and this is a new version with updates and improvements he made. So he took out a car that was originally right there because he wanted to see more down the street. And then he was telling me he likes how the trees go back, and I think that looks really cool too. I like how the front and back are differentiated, like obviously more detail in the front, and then those back buildings are more of a pale yellow. And I know he struggled a little bit with like sky color in the original one, but I think sky color in this one looks really good. And if you want, you can see him talk about it in my description. I really like the edge of this tree, how it becomes like a moss green, but then becomes almost a mustard looking color. And I won't pretend I'm like a professional paint critic, so I'm just gonna talk about the things I like in it. And I really do like how he showed the whole street in this one and took out that other car. I just really love these buildings and cars. There's something I really like about how the cars are lined up in front and then you just see this one approaching you. So it feels like you're alone, but then also not really. And he only likes to include so much detail, but even if it looks like a little bit rough up close, it literally looks so realistic from far away, so it's just the perfect balance. And the pastel yellow on the street looks like such natural sunlight shining on the street. And he had some other 12x12 street scenes in his show that had cars down the street, and I just really like how that looks, so I was glad I was able to get one with the cars, because he has such a good balance of detail. Really. I replaced my beloved Good Vibes sign with the painting, but I found an even better place for it, and it works so well up there. Also, I might have put the painting on my phone home screen. Thank you guys for joining me in my first experience of unboxing a painting. I'm holding the painting while sitting on the street the painting is based on. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please give it a like. If you like artsy/fun videos, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell. And I'll see you next time. Bye. So overall, just colors and then the differentiation. I really like how the front and back are differentiate. And Michael makes his own frames, but I didn't realize it would be such good quality. Not that I thought...
Well, we all know.
I'll be the first to say I look to be conveying the wrong emotion in this one.
Who cares? Doesn't matter. Well, tell me who's that boy over there? Nah. Making eyes, making